Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? If there's a mad echo, my bad. So I'm in Brent Daniels' office, and I had to step inside another room to make a call to a seller. And I said, dude, why don't I just record myself calling her so everyone can see how to do it? So I'm about to call seller live. I had a quick conversation with her yesterday. She wants to sell her mom's house room because there's nothing in the room. But all right, I'm about to call seller live. So check this out if you want to listen. And let me show you how to call someone, talk to them live. Let's get it. Call my girl Cheryl. All right, let's get it. Welcome, everybody, by the way. I hope the internet's okay. Let's see. Let's call Cheryl. Can you guys hear that? It's kind of loud in here, dude.
Hello?
Cheryl, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Good. Do you have some time to talk, or are you busy?
I do have some time to talk.
Okay. Sorry, I'm in a room right now that's kind of echoey. Can you hear me, or is it kind of bad?
I can hear you.
Okay, so not a problem.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just calling you. I know we talked pretty yesterday, kind of briefly about the reason why you're selling, and I kind of understand the situation. So I'd like to kind of know the process that you or sellers that I talk to like to go through. So are you looking to get multiple offers? Are you looking to just go with whoever can give you what you need? What's the decision-making process that you want to go through?
Well, I've never tried to sell this way, but I'm
Right.
looking for the best, obviously the best offer
Mm-hmm.
for our property.
Of course.
We would rather not put more money into it and then get an agent to sell it after we replace the carpet,
Right.
with something else. We've already put $10,000 into it with a new air conditioner, furnace, and water heater repairs. That's why we're looking for a reasonable offer, knowing that you have to make money,
Right.
because you're not the end buyer, you're turning around and selling it. So
yes, and I'm glad you understand. People are like, are you trying to make money? It's like, well, I got to stay in business, right?
Well, that's your business.
Yes, exactly. Well, let me ask you this, because I wanted to know, have you done any research in the area to see what properties are selling for, like these condos are selling for, or have you just not really looked into it?
No, I've looked into it, and what's happening in our actually in the complex is that there's two bigger ones that are not selling.
I know.
That have been out there for a couple, so I'm aware of those two. Those are slightly bigger because they have a bonus room that's not a bedroom because it doesn't have a closet. And so I know that those are out there at $514 and $489.
Yep.
And this is the smaller unit. And so regardless of whether or not the tax rolls say that our condo is worth $487,000.
Right.
That's more than $100,000 more than what it valued at a year ago, and the market is in a very weird free fall spot right now with interest rates going up. So we're not dumb enough to think that we could sell this for $460 or something like that, because we know that the market has turned on a dime with the interest rates being jacked up.
Yeah, and
we just want to know what the best that you can do for us.
Yeah.
If we decide not to go the traditional route.
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying all that, because unfortunately, even me myself, I have 3 flips that I bought in March, and they're just not selling right now. So it's just a weird time. You don't know if you're just gonna have to keep waiting, or what's gonna happen, if it's gonna go back up or just stay stagnant, or if it's gonna keep going down, right? So I'm looking at this right now. The property that you said $489, guess what? They just lowered it $10,000 today. Yeah, so it's $479, which is unreal, right? Like dropping at $10K. That's unreal that's happening.
And this is the second time they've dropped it.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at the listing right now, and it looks like they originally tried to list it for, I think it can tell me right here on Zillow that I'm looking at. Yeah, you're right. So they did drop it. They dropped it twice, huh? Man, that's rough. Okay. So I kind of see your guys' point of view too. You're like, no, let's sell it, just get it done instead of putting it on the market and pay an agent. Plus, we don't even know when it will sell.
Right.
Okay. And so you're saying these 2 units I'm looking at right now are a little bit bigger. What's the square footage of yours again?
1521.
1521. Okay.
Theirs is 1666.
Yes, 16. Okay. So I'm trying to think of like what the house would be worth if I fixed it up all the way like these, because I'm looking at the 480 and the 479. They look pretty good shape. You know, that looks like maybe some newer carpet. Looks like they staged it. Well, it looks they didn't really update the kitchen. I'm looking at it right now. So
right, one of them has got. Maybe I'm not thinking of the right one. One of them has really crappy pictures, and one of them was done well. I'm not sure. I might be looking at another one. These condos, this Jordan Villas, there's several other complexes like them. One in West Valley, one on 70th South, and 20 about 27th West, or between 27th and 32nd. So this is. Jordan Villas is just one of these that if you look at other condos that are selling, they're very similar in floor plans and things like that, and they're kind of all over the place. And so this condo was not updated beyond putting in a skylight and updating the countertop in the kitchen to have Corian on there. But as I said, the flooring needs to be, it's carpeting throughout except for the 2 bathrooms and the kitchen and the laundry room. And so when we were considering fixing it up, we planned to do LVP in every place except for maybe the bedrooms we would do carpet. But it would have to have that because the carpet is original. And we did paint 4 years ago, but maybe paint. But, you know, otherwise the kitchen has not been updated or anything like that. Everything's fine, but it's a very basic kitchen that was built in 2002.
Let me ask you this. You might know the answer to this. There's a 480 and a 479 now, and then it looks like on the corner there's a 515 that looks like the same bedroom, bath, and square footage. Do you know why they maybe they have an extra garage or something?
No, they do not. That's right across the street from where this condo is. Okay. They do not have. They have an extra. They still have a sunroom. All of them have sunrooms and 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. But the Canterbury, there's 3 models. There's an Abbey, a Villa, and a Canterbury. And the Canterbury is the biggest. I guess it has the biggest name, so it's the biggest unit. And so the unit directly next door to us is not for sale, but they're 4plexes. Yeah. They're all flat. They're 4plexes, and the unit right next to ours is a Canterbury, and she just has an extra room with French doors going into it, and it has no closet. Okay. And it's not. I don't think villas like ours that are on sale in that complex. I have not seen any.
Yeah, I was just curious of why they were up so much higher. It looked like the same kind of unit to me.
Yeah, it is. They're very similar except for this one bonus room, as they call it. It could be used as a bedroom, but most people use it as a sewing room or an office. If they don't use the sunroom as an office.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, let me kind of tell you what I do and what I'm thinking, and then I guess we can reverse engineer this and see where it makes sense to move forward. Is that okay?
Okay.
So I kind of look at myself as like a deal engineer. I don't have just one way I buy real estate. I have like every different way that's possible, whether I make you a cash offer, whether we take over the mortgage and we pay you out your equity and pay you a little bit more money. We can partner on a flip together where, I do the repairs on it and we list it, and, you get an agreed upon price and I pay the commissions, fees, repairs, and then I get a price. There's just so many ways to work together. And the only difference is the price, right? If you just want to really just be done with it in a cash offer, that's obviously the quickest, most convenient way to do business and sell, but that's also the lowest usually because it requires me to, get the money, close it, take on all the responsibility. And usually if we partner somehow through seller finance or, listing it together and working together, obviously those go up. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
So, this is another interesting thing. I'm buying an 8plex from my one of my family members, and they're looking to put a 1031 exchange their money into a condo. Now they want like a turnkey condo, but there might be something where we could work out where we can buy this. I can buy the eightplex. They take their money, they buy this, and maybe I'm just thinking out loud now because there's a lot of options. So do any of those that I brought up, like whether seller finance or cash or like partnering on a flip together, do any of those like not sound like something you're interested in, just so we can just X them off right now? Or
I wouldn't want to partner on a flip, and we have no mortgage on this condo.
Okay.
So we don't. Yeah, we're looking strictly for a cash offer, and I do understand everything that you're saying. So I'm not, I know there's different deals and things like that, and you do know this is an over 55 complex.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate that. So do you know if they allow rent there?
Yes.
Okay. They do allow rent.
We are renting that out. It's a rental right now.
That's right. Yes. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you're renting.
That's all right. That's all right. Now it's one of those things that you have to get permission to do that, and because the limit is only 15% rentals.
Yeah, you gotta get on a list.
15%.
Yeah.
So as soon as my mom passed away and signed the condo over to us 6 years ago almost, we went to the HOA and asked for permission to rent it. So I do not believe that me selling to you is going to grandfather you into being able to rent it.
Yeah, I'd probably have to start over.
Make a request to the HOA.
Yeah, I'd almost have to start over, right? It might go back to the bottom of the list.
And I don't know that there really aren't. I have no problem because there are a few rentals in there, but there aren't very many. It's Parker Brown management company that is managing Jordan Villas now, and I can find out how many rentals they have in there. Like if someone was to buy one now, can you rent, or are you all maxed out?
Right. Yeah.
Are we maxed out with rentals at this point?
Maybe if you don't mind, if you could ask that question, if it's an easy way to just go and reach out to them, that I'd appreciate that, just so I know.
Yeah.
If that's an option for me.
I can find somebody on the board and ask them to tell me what is the maximum number of rentals they allow there, and where are they in that? Most people buy and live in them. Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so, and I just have one last question about so you said you own it outright. So you said you're not interested in, like, if I was able to like buy it from you on terms where, I gave you some money down and made you monthly payments on it. Or do you just want to cash out of your equity and be done with it? Or are you open to taking payments monthly?
I want to cash out my equity because we are looking at a condo in Mesquite that we would like to purchase outright.
I love it. Okay. 1031 exchange the money or just move it over there. Okay. That makes sense. So I'm looking at so I have a calculator. I put all my numbers in because this is like super non-emotional for me. It's a math equation. Does it make sense? Can I make money? And does it help you out? So I believe that the way most flippers are doing it right now, they're saying they're buying 10 to 15% lower than what the ARV, after repair value, of what a home is worth now, because they believe it's going to keep going down a little bit. So just to be safe, if the house, so right now most of the homes I'm seeing are 480. So let's say they sell around 475, 480. I'm thinking in 3, 4, 5 months when I'm done flipping this, the house might be worth 460. Now, I tell you this just so we can come to an agreement, because I don't want to say all this and you'd be like, no, you're wrong, I don't believe you, right?
Oh, no. Everything you're saying does not, I don't have any emotional business with this. It's one of those things that I understand that 4 or 5 months ago, if you didn't offer $30,000 or $40,000, you're not going to be able to get a home, and that is over. And that is over, and it's going the other way. And homes that they're in our own complex, or in this very complex, homes that have been updated and are a little bit bigger are not selling at $490.
Yeah.
So there's no way that this condo is worth $450 or $460 even.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. absolutely get it. I can say, gee, I wish I had done this 4 months ago, but that's not where we are.
Yeah.
We are where we are. And
right.
I had a lease with my tenant that ends October 31st.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the easiest. I wasn't going to break my lease with her.
Right.
And so this is where we find ourselves. So I'm not offended.
Yes, I appreciate that. So from what we're talking about right now, do you feel like with the 15%, we're talking about going down in like 3 or 4 months, do you feel like this could sell if I put all the, like repaired it all the way? Do you think it could sell for 450, or do you think that's being a little ambitious?
That's probably a little ambitious.
What are you thinking? Like 425?
Yeah, 425 or 430 maybe.
Okay. All right. Let's.
I don't know. You're the agent.
Right. And
I just don't know.
And unfortunately, we're just speculating right now because interest rates could keep going higher. But I'm running my numbers off of this house can sell for 425. Okay, that's what I'll put it after I fix it up. So I think on the phone we talked about you were wanting, what was the number that said the lowest you'd go is 360?
Yes.
Okay. So and I haven't seen the house myself, but do you kind of have an idea of how much money it would take to like fix it all up, like 10, 20K? Do you kind of have an idea?
We were figuring that it would cost us $10,000
okay.
to put LVP in everything, but we weren't going to put LVP throughout the entire place because we thought old people like us might like to have carpet in the bedrooms.
Yes.
And so we're thinking $10,000 to $15,000 to put that in there, and then maybe to paint. We painted 4 years ago, and it's just cream or white. It's
right.
not green or yellow or something like that. It's just very neutral colors. So
mm-hmm.
we were figuring $10,000 to $15,000 of having to put money into it. Now maybe you can get different
bids and stuff
on flooring because you're more in the business and I'm paying retail. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to send you a screenshot of the numbers I just ran and just walk you through it. Again, it's just non-emotional, but I want to kind of show you what I'm looking at so we can walk through it.
Okay. Sure.
I'm going to text this to you right now. Let's see.
The magic of
technology is amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. I'm sending this through. 1 second. All right. Okay, so I just texted this. Tell me if you got it. And then you can look at it. Put me on speaker if you can, and let's look at this together, and I'll just kind of explain the numbers. And then,
okay, I got it.
Okay, so what it's saying at the top is it's saying, this is a flip analysis. This is, okay, well, what will I make if I flip this house with these numbers? And it says that the after repair value, the sales price, what I would resell it for is $425, kind of like we discussed. The purchase price that I could buy it from you, we're discussing right now, is $360. So in the blue box on the right, it talks about my cost to borrow money, because most flippers use hard money. They have to pay interest to someone just to borrow like the cash. No one really has like $360 that they just put all into a deal. They usually leverage it. So the money that I pay to someone else is 12%, 2 points, just two points percent to just borrow their money. And I was thinking this deal, the way the market is, I'd buy it, fix it up, maybe 3 months, and it might take me 2 months to sell it. So I gave myself 5 months of hold time. And because I have connections, I don't need to pay a listing agent to list it, but I would have to pay a buyer's agent 3% to bring me a buyer. So it calculates all those numbers, and I put 15K in the red, if you can see where it says rehab cost. So if I did this deal and it took me 5 months to do, I would only, at 360, I would only make $8,063. And for me, in the way that the market is, like, to put that kind of investment of 15K, and that money, that interest that I'm paying, 8,000 it's really not worth it. But the reason I'm showing.
Can I ask you a question? Why is your interest rate on your money 12%?
Because hard money, these hard money lenders that give you money, they charge 12. That's like the standard. The industry standard is 12%. And then if you can get it cheaper, you can get it cheaper. But usually it's they might even be increasing it now because of the interest rates too. That's how much you borrow money.
Right.
Now, the reason what I do sometimes with people who own the property outright, I say, hey, look, I'm about to pay 12% to someone else while I flip this. Would you be okay to finance me, while I flip it? And, I can pay you 8%, 9%, cheaper rate. So I'm able to make it work. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but that is something that helps us sometimes.
And there's an option there to you borrow the money from me.
Yes, you are the bank for me instead of the hard money lender being the bank. As you can see, that their bank, the hard money lender is making $3,060 a month off of interest only. So if we were able to work something out, I mean, you guys could, for the length of the time that you give me to fix it and then sell it, we could make it worth it to you, where it's like, okay, look, we're making an extra $2,000, $3,000 a month, whatever we discuss. But that's kind of an option.
Yeah, that is. It's when you put it that way, it's a little bit more interesting and palatable.
Yeah.
So when you talk about your net profit, what is something that is something that works? Is it 25? Is it 50? What is it?
Yeah. So the rule of thumb has always been 15 to 20% of the sale price. That's what flippers want to make. So if it's worth $425, they want to make. So let's just say 15% of $425. Let me do the math. I can't even do that in my head.
I know. I'm with you.
I got to get the calculator out. So 15% of this. So that would be 63,750 at 15%, and then obviously 20 is going to be 80. And that what that does to you is that makes the amount of money that you can get for this thing, I know a lot lower than 360, which not what you want. But that's just the rule of thumb. Over the last 2 years, flippers have gone down to 10% because the inventory was so low. They were willing to just be like, well, I'll do it for 10%, right? I'll cut my numbers down, how much I need to make, because I just need to do a deal. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I know that sounds like a lot, but with the market the way it is, like for this to be, and this isn't just me. I mean, most of the flippers that you're going to sell to are buyers. They're gonna want to make enough where it's worth it for that risk, that potential risk.
So I appreciate you sending this to me and giving me all the numbers so that I can have a discussion with my husband about how we want to go with this, because there are a couple of options here where rather than doing the cash that I can, we could take part of the money, in cash and put a down payment on this down in the state where we want to buy, and then you pay me, and that ends up making the mortgage, and it works out.
Yeah.
Okay. Better for us.
And the good thing about doing that is you're not taking a loss right now on the market where it's at. And maybe if we did a balloon payment a couple years out and the market rebounds, then you didn't have to take a hit, right?
Right.
So, and we're doing that with a lot of people right now. It's called seller financing. I mean, you're financing me as the seller, and that's probably going to get you the best option, because at a cash offer, most people are going to come to you at like $275, $300, and that's not fair. But that's just what's happening. But with a seller finance option, if you give me a balloon payment in a couple years, the longer the better for me. Is I can pay more money.
Right. Okay. Well, I won't take any more of your time. I have this spreadsheet, which is I come from an accounting background with federal grants management, and I like the black and white spreadsheet.
Yeah.
So it definitely gives me something to think about.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you go for today, but I'm gonna give you a call back on Monday.
Perfect.
And let you know what we decide, whether we want to move forward with doing something besides a cash offer that would still get us what we need, but a little bit different angle and maybe more money.
Yes, and by the way, if you do by chance talk to any other buyers, if you do get an offer, I would just like for you to reach out to me and just say, hey, Nate, can you beat that? Because I hate to lose out if I'm invested in the time. And I'll be honest with you, I'll say, hey, that's a great offer. I would try that. See if they can do it. But you do have to be aware that some of the people that reach out to you, they're not really buyers. They're like wholesalers, they call them, or brokers. They're just trying to connect you. And I do that too. Everybody does that, but just be aware if they're coming at you, telling you a price that just sounds too good to be true. It usually is, and they're just trying to fish you around, you know?
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, Nathan. I really appreciate your time and your information, and we'll be talking again on Monday.
Hey, you have a great weekend, Cheryl. Thank you.
Great. You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Boom. What do you guys think? Did you guys hear that? That's how you talk to sellers. It's easy. I see people are watching me, but I want the feedback right there. That's how you talk to people. She's awesome, and I'm recording this so you guys can see. You present options. You're honest and you're kind, and you look out for the best interests of every party, and you just tell them how things are. That's it. There's nothing crazy to it. You obviously got to learn some of these skills. And sorry if it's really echoey in here. I hope the call sounded okay. Did the call sound okay? Like, could you guys hear it all? Killed it. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm at Brent Daniels' office, so I'm about to go eat some sandwiches with Brent Daniels and kick it with his team. I have a podcast in a little bit. And guys, if you're watching this, actually, my goal is for everyone that watches me or anything that works with me in my community, I want you guys to go get deals, okay? I want you to get a deal in the next 30 days. So I'm coming out with a program today that's going to be like the most no-brainer thing. And it's only solely to help you guys, okay? It's obviously I charge like literally a tiny bit, but I'd like for everyone to do it because I want to invest in you guys and help you out. I'm going to be providing you guys leads from my business, over 20,000 leads. You're going to get over 100,000 lists that are already serious that you can call nationwide, a weekly call with me so I can analyze your deals and help you. If you JV with me, you get to, instead of paying 50-50, if you join the club, that's what's going to be called the Painless Wholesaling Club, you get 60% of the JV and I get 40. So I'm going to give you 60% and I'm going to JV and find a buyer for your deal, my team. So that along, you're going to get the Painless Wholesaling. Of course, it's all there. And again, this is it's a no-brainer because I want to help you guys out. Everything I do, I'm like, dude, I got to give this information out to these people so they go get deals. This is a seller finance deal that I'm probably going to be able to get with little to no money down. You guys can do it too. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm going to be coming out with that later. It's going to be so super inexpensive, just so we can get everybody in and rolling. And then the goal is hopefully you guys can upgrade to the, mentorship higher in the future if you want. But this thing is going to help you guys go get deals. I know it, guarantee it. So if you're interested, comment. I want to know more, and I'll be going live later today. And if you comment, I'll just tell you about it if you don't make the live. Peace out. Let's go.